Hey guys, this is Old Beater Cars Workshop. How's everyone doing? Well, I'm trying to get my camera here propped up on something. I want to show you guys something. Anyways, I'm working on the 1932 1/8 scale roadster. Anyways, I want to talk about something. On the model kit, it doesn't really give you a whole lot of detail in the frame with pedals and so forth. So I thought I would do something different. I know I said I wasn't going to add much to the frame, but the frame really lacks a lot of detail. Being I want to take my time and do this properly, I'm going to show you guys something. Anyways, on the Model T frame, Model A frame, I mean, it doesn't have these cross members on the frame. So I added those already. Put the master cylinder in, and I'm also adding in the some member here for the clutch and brake pedal. The little linkage here that goes to the master cylinder, and there's a linkage here that goes right to the lever. Actually, I put a lever on the transmission already. So I'll bring the camera down a little bit and I'll show what I've done so far. But you know, the other thing too, of course, adding all that in, but also have to add in a speedometer cable in the dry shaft, which the kit doesn't have. Let's add that. Bolt hardware, I'll have to get some of those little tiny bolts later on, and also the e-brake. The e-brake is right here, so I'm gonna have to add all that detail in the chassis as well. I can make all the brake pedals. I'm actually working on that right now, making all these little pedals on the bushings and stuff like that. You have to get some really tiny springs to mimic that, push rods and all that stuff like that, and that. So anyways, I'll bring the camera down. My battery's actually running low on my camera. So anyways, see what I got so far. We got these members here and there. There's this bracket here, which the hole is actually in the wrong spot. Got to bring it back to here. I'm gonna put my pedals here, and the master cylinder is already there. On the picture, I think the master cylinder might, well, it's kind of hard to say, but I guess it's the right spot, I guess. So I basically copied it there, and I put it right here at master cylinder. And there's a little boot that comes out on master cylinder. On these older ones, I had a little bit of boot on there. So the push rod that comes out here onto the brake pedal, and then here's the clutch linkage off the transmission. Got a linkage onto that, so it gives it just a lot more detail. Here's also the e-brake lever, which is mounted on the side of the tranny. So I'll have to add all the detail in there. But I'm working on it slowly but surely, trying to get as much detail as I can into this chassis. It's a real big chassis, and I really like to get as much detail as I can into it. So anyways, that's a little update on the 8 scale 1932 Ford Roadster. Alrighty, stay tuned for more updates. Thanks for watching, and bye for now. Hey YouTubers, welcome back to Old Beater Cars Workshop. How's everyone doing? Well, here's a little update on the model. Finally getting it, got the motor in finally. Of course, gonna have to paint the frame with the motor in there. Gonna do some hand painting, get everything done properly. But thing is, you start doing heavy modifications, you need to have the motor in there so you can do heavy stuff. Just the way it is. Of course, it's not like real life where you can pull the motor in and out all the time. You're doing stuff, but it's the way it is, right? Anyway, we got the, like I said, we got the motor in. It's glued in actually now. And put the starter in, and what camera's in focus. There's a camera focus in there, probably not. Anyways, it's wired, got it's all plumbed and wired. It's ready to go. Got my boots on my spark plugs. I got a hole drilled in here for the wire for that, and that's down that side. And what do you see there? Linkages. Well, I noticed this kit doesn't have linkages for the pedals, so I made my own. I also added a bunch of other detail too. You might notice I also added cross members. Now I know that it's not quite done yet, but some of these frames came with cross members and some didn't. But I wanted to add cross members because I felt that the frame was kind of flimsy. So anyway, I did that way. And here's my linkages. Here's my cylinder. Everything is all scratch built. Probably can't see because my camera doesn't pick up enough detail. But here's the clutch linkage in there. And here's linkage in there. And actually there's a linkage for the master cylinder in there too. You can't see it because it's all painted black now, but there you go. So it's coming along pretty good. And I also added emergency brake linkage here too. So to run the cables that goes back to the rear end. So yeah. So what else am I working on? Well, we also are working on these spark plug tubes, plug wire tubes. Anyways, I actually have a model. It's a 1/16 scale. So here on these old flatheads, you have a camera to actually do some justice or not. And here you go, focusing. See a little spark plug wire tube? Well, that's what that is. I made there. Of course, the distributor is different than this here because it's a high performance distributor, and this one here this motor here has two coils as opposed to one. So that's the way it is. And it also doesn't have a fan, so I'll be putting an electric fan in there too. Semi old school. So it's the way it is. So yeah, so there's the spark plug wire tubes I made. The wires run right through everything, and yeah, this gives a little more detail. You know, I didn't want to run the wires over top, like, you know, make little loops or anything. I wanted to do it the old school style like this. I like it nice and clean. I like that. So I'll have to add a ton more detail yet. I mean, this model here took me forever to do, but I want to do it right. So, well, as right as gonna get. So anyways, yeah, so anyways, a little update on that. And I'm using the original, well, this kit comes with many different kinds of headers. Here's the header for it, black, as chrome, dechromed it, like the black color on them. So that's what I'll be doing next, adding those on. And also the coils, dechromed them, painted black. So anyways, once we get more progress, I'll post it up. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Bye for now.